So it turns out that this person gives you a guy named Yaruka to follow, because I wasn't I don't know who this person was, but I know where he's at. Pizza about that, I wish I would have conversed with him. Then you must be another white-eyed treasure hunter searching for the lost little Huta. One bird whose skills are to her and you would be forgiven to think his tales were true. Even now, I cannot say if he was lying himself. You said this a message? The wheel must turn in. The sparkling ignites when it strikes. The fire is born. The fire renders and all ash touches. Thus, earth is born. The urgency shuns the light and harbors cold. Thus, the ice is born. The armor melts away. Oh, he got. Alright. Flow. Rental. Spire. I think I passed that area a bunch of times when I was doing crafting for the XIV quest. I think it's a no. At long last, does the wheel turn it? Are you the one from who I waited? Well, this baby looks weird. Praise its well, the master weapon taught me told me in youth, even decades how one came. If someone came, I swore also I couldn't. You don't understand, this is all so exciting, but you're not here for that or for me. You're here for the treasure, aren't you? Master Windfall Journal, it belongs to you now. No, that's not true. It's always yours. You have the right to claim it. It is all. Keep it close. Tell him. Shit. I have decided for another mission only to find myself. I'm sure you have no choice. You'll find my treasure next to the message as before. Oh my god, it's a... The shattered ruins of the once proud city is official. The holy city is a settlement of the raised grounds for alone, an act of divine retribution. The scholar disagree on the built for the highly vicious blend of the Dravanian clay. The salvia of the nest and Kenan are especially stable upon the withstand of the harsh elements of the Dravanian foreland. The smoke that rises from the mountain structures is believed to be a sort of license, with a sense, for a reason unknown, to keep three towers, unlike unique to they appear to have been built by the house of both men and an archetype oddity which would seemed to subordinate the Holy See, position that they were sealed by heretic witches for themselves and their dragon. The restless river has all but swallowed these ancient ruins at the base of the summit, which now serves a nest as the manner of the bear's beaskin who find substance in waters and the dragons who find substance. Hello. Ancient altar site in the fiery depths of the morn, once adopted by the statue depicting a girl and a dragon on the latter, has survived to the present age. Lift your eyes above the sculpture in the base of floating peak of founded by hunters who came to the frontier and hoped to stand a wild truck for the forest. This settlement and those who call it home are shielded from the eyes of a dragon by the canopy of the majestic Salem that rises high above them. I am surprised they haven't been caught yet. Come on. Of all the mighty peaks that consist of balanced by none is worth higher than the Solemn Isle, the highest point in all of Eorzea. It is held by the sacred land by the dragons, who are said to journey here when they feel their life slipping away. Formed not of stone but solid crystal, massive mountain floating above the ground below is a marvelous sight to behold. Malkhorn, a settlement that sits curiously atop of some Isle, the tail peak of Eorzea in the heart of the dragon dimension. What the pact might the Mogul have made to the great worm Heresfagar to allow them to live? Vicious Arctic storm raged in Nidhogg's lair, keeping out all those who would dare disturb the great worm in his slumber, by its one of years and centuries. The infrastructure half consumed by crystals is made of a crystal from remorse. In the tongue of dragons, from the sheer mass of crystal, it has been posted that the entire forest to rival the great sea worm's lair down in a majestic fortress in Heresfagar domain, watch over the great worm behest by the Mughals who make their home in the tournament. Though the years and thousands of them have taken a toll, it still stands proud and strong, stirring the hearts of all who lay it. This colossus stands on the island of Greenwood. Its name was bestowed by the Mughals who believe it's the statue of the king of the land dwellers, though no records remain that could shed light on the identity of this individual, whether or not he even truly walked around. The 1,000-year-old ruin said to have been built by hand of man and dragon in the days before the war. Even now, as it lies crumbling in ruins, one can still make out the letters engraved in the walls, which has led the Mughals to give it a known name by its common name. As the Mughals tell it, the place known as Rookery was once a bustling skyport where wayfarers came and went back on trade. Where these days the buildings remain, but the only dragons in sight are the vicious minions of Nidhogg. When asked to explore the origin of this name, the local hunters usually say that while the river course with tranquility in the present, it has once red scarlet with blood of the Dravinians and their foes. Those who fantasize were the dragons refute this misinterpretation, asserting instead that the river is symbolizing the passage of time, since sorrow lands parting of paths between the man and dragon. The hissing cobble. Remains of fragments of a forgotten highway, the hissing cobbles have been modeled by the inexorable march of time. It's nearly arranged by gritted stone fading to earth and dust. The hunters of Tailfeather Billy call it such as this many tracked quarry have escaped, startled by the hissing sounds of the boots grating the level. This road leads to the Annex Time. Was originally called Den Rin, which is roughly translated the path of the dragon men. Due to difficulty pronouncing it, the road became known as Dravinian over it, and it's pronounced the meaning was forgotten by the statue of the sun. Solitary statue of the dragon is the southwest corner of the tournament, while it is difficult to ascertain the concussion which led to its creation. The sculpture foundation bears Weather's inscription in the early script which reads, "Along with the memory of dying heroic sapphire wings." The many dwellings have here show evidence of existence, damage likely the work of the fierce Nidhogg. Following the betrayal of man, the Mughals tell that the ruins were once home to the Lord of the Tower Lower Lands, although their history was lost in the Great Worm Wrath. The Old Father. The Mughals' consideration that this ancient tree to be the forebear of the flora of the turning mist. This belief that the Father bore witness to a time before man and dragon ascended into the millennium of bloodshed. In the Mouse Squad, we were separate. I still thank you for everything you did. In fact, I'm pay you for insurance. That's right, the weapon of Fable Landlord Mughal was kind enough to give it to me for free. If you want it myself, go visit the mothership. I'll do your last because you at least honor the person I was supposed to. I feel easy to listen to about us. 'Twas best I remain here in the case of dragon lost life. Pray investigate the area of any sign of dragon shadows. Thought the dragon tried to pick us unaware. We used to cover the clouds to escalate the horde's wrath. It seems the dangerous here. Nevertheless, we cannot waver now simply because danger may lie ahead. We shall proceed with a scouting plan. Pray tell yourself if the mission proves to be difficult than we anticipated. We need to have your aid, and the units of scouts have been dispatched to the northeast. I would have myself go, but I received the report that the dragon system. Time for the burning of the valley, but we have no other choice. Oh hey Marina, how was your stream? Oh. I was watching on my phone from a distance. Ah yes, I got my alerts to work. I'll try not to. I got my alert bot. All I have. Has sent me word she would come herself, but not to have the truth pursued. Let's see if I can change it now, if I can. Alright. Hopefully that should fix the issue I had. It's probably a short stream because I need to get the level I want. Well, this is how we finish a part of the story. You see the blood dragon? Got a little too close for comfort while trying to drive. We can use the measure to their levels in tournaments, and they were specifically made for this dynamic. As not had a space for if we don't turn into content, then our mission here has been for naught. Oh god, I remember the monk class was this bad. Like, this was the only thing you did in the monk, and then the last one, fight them all, one's the easiest. I guess it was Realm Reborn, but god, it was easy. We were at the same level, and he did like couldn't get past 50 HP. Oh, it's still there. Ah, god, I swear I get thrown around a lot of these. As many things. Excellent. The measurement seems to still be intact with this. First, I hate to ask for another favor, but could you please bring the the measurement of the first aerodem has been already complete. Let's see. Goods be good. Since Ariston reported included mention of the array, but we just. Thanks, you should be able to glean. But we can just. 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 or assisting our scouts in 2 locations were discovered on the western battlefield. I think these would be ideal places for measurements. I sent scouts to each location already, but the ever-present threat of attack makes it difficult for them to attain accuracy. First, and meet the scout. I wonder how long these quests are going to be. Well, I only need about probably my only quest left before I do the machinist level 57 quest, and then Mena has sent word to Ramuh. Your strength shall prove more true. The area is covered in crawling desires, making it impossible to set up everything needed to obtain accurate reading. We need you to provide a distraction while we set up the army. If you slay 3 of them. Oh, they didn't charge attack, they're just doing attack. They do it every day. Oh, they're charging attacks, but they're not actually attacking me. They're not charging me. Oh, that's like a weird dodge thing I want to do. I should have time to play before the Mario movie starts. I have it at 4 o'clock, so I should have it. Raw, Nash, their teeth are as bright that Darkstar were no match for the likes of you. We managed to set up the instrument without incident, though I admit I wouldn't been cheated to see. Let's see. I need about 50,000 for the next quest, so one more quest should do it. I must wait until the S. Do you think you could check that? I've dispatched to North and without their facing. It's the adventurer. You've come just in time. It is that I need a dire need of help. I finished setting up my instrument on the way back to my post. A dire is attacked by the stolen report. I'm not sure which one is made up with the report. Don't think I could have gone far and do what I can help you. Oh, this one was cool about to keep killing until I find the one that has it. That's like, I hate those quests. Time for my dab. Oh my god, how many did you have to kill? Wait, they dropped. Power attack. So we're able to find the reporter. Ready. The dragon attacked and delayed its grubby paws on it. I cannot thank you enough for the help today. Oh hell yeah, at least get some cool weapons. Bending, maybe striking. I need striking, so I'll probably take this one. But first you must cut 3 edges to an area and eventually addition, reduce the damage taken by self and nearby pilots. Greetings, this is not a wonder. It is a wonderful day. Most Hotel Sky Fighter employees are under authority are hereby charged with fomenting insurrection, I say. I have been fomenting nothing of the sort. You stand accused of arming commoners with weapons of war and discharging said weapons within the loyalty of the broom. That let us say. When we liberated Joy's father, henceforth the manufacturer still remains under Temple Knight surveillance. Should you fall to refute the accusations against you within the allotted time, punishment may include seizure of your workshop and imprisonment for all those deemed accomplices to the crime. The Fury takes the Smithy Fox Lieutenant knew we would attempt to rescue. When they set their sights on summit, the Temple Knight is like a fencer with a bone. You best say farewell to your workshop. They'll not take my manufacturing. I will not alter something. Once they set their sights on something, the Temple Knight is like a fencer. Bastard is always. How could they have twisted my dad's rescue into an act of insurrection? Okay, Lily, stop. Okay, bro, I'm gonna kill you. This proves the truth of something one has not been. Perhaps the wiser, of course, the up. Clear about that one. You might try, but I best not overstep my bound. You may contact me. Done. In any case, I will be moving on no matter what happens to work. Our instructor, he sure does not get involved. As for me, I see I can find strangers in his house and admit their crimes. I don't know what I'd do without the workshop. I'll see if I'm talking. And that leaves you and me. I shall remain here and my manufacturer for the gate to the Temple Knight, while you age. I appreciate you coming on, Kenan. I bet hard planning out in the workshop. With the temple eyeballing our every move, we should be able to I do recall the bloke as me standing guard as a choice for a Frederick in his name. He took the marksmanship with a pride and hadn't missed a single day of training until now. I got suspicion, of course, and decided to pay the visit to his home right away. You can see a door has been kicked in, and so I went. Is it? So I went inside and had me a proper look. Then I found a rag feather just lying up there and missed it. If I wanted to keep my hands clean, then maybe I'd hire some thugs, some out of town or poor thugs. What might otherwise make. I suggest you talk to Lord Stefan and take it to the table. I'll keep poking around and saying. And maybe our best lead, if we can track down the man who was first employed, then we shall have a solid link to House Death now. Let us waste the time. News. Have spoken with some of the few members of the Hunter Fellows that told me the trio ruffians have passed through the. We shall secure the forest to the south. If you look to the north, do not wait for us. Should we find ruffians, then pray confident they are. Can I fly here? This is a clear story as well. Oh shit. Ow. And that should be enough to level up. I need those 3 guys killed. Thanks, and I expect. Not leaking blood, are you? Splintered. You quite scared. Forgive me, my lord. Those men, they dragged me out from my home and said they hurt me if I didn't sort of fall wounds at Templar Knights. You were forced to sustain their accusation, and you were merely needed to withdraw your testimony to strengthen your position. 'Twas a boon if we were able to provide some manners of purpose. I see how it smelled. Doors explain how the ruffians who snatched Frederick were able to enter the city without a challenge. This shall do nicely. I'm truly sorry, Lord. All it took was one little beating for me to repay your kindness with betrayal. I will not darken your doorsteps again. What nonsense, you hardly had a choice in the matter. Continue your training at the manufacturer, however, you will become more than a match for the thugs such as these. Even with a noble's wealth of prestige, a common man can earn himself independence. You see, the machinist farm is for more than just shooting dragons. It can help to set you free. His lordship visions change for the better. Come on. Become the spear and the shield. I'll take that. I'd like to feel like I'm worth something. We all make mistakes, my dear fellow. The trick is to learn from them and rise strong. From every defeat comes, let us. Turn at my friends, I have submitted the evidence you found tonight. With the aid of Frederick's New Testament, we have proven the large arcana. The wheels of justice have begun to turn, and we shall soon be free of this. Meantime, request that instruction. Remember your bleeding drills. tactician. How? I wonder if I can get past all of them without getting caught. Haha, I still saw them. Thanks, Ranger. The scout and the south, which had to deliver them to Mita and pray to the hurry ship Midrash. I hate to bother you, but could you play them for me too? The dragon caught me unaware, but I'm fine. Thanks to toil, they've completed their mission. This land has proven to be within. I can scarce say. Pray. I think the dragon did a drive-by on you. This is doing the best, but before I fully recover, everyone. I managed to fight off the beast and escape, but I fear it stalks this place. More dragoons can. Once the deal is done, bring some to the beast and anything that way. I might help you, is the thing though. I cannot, in good conscience, let our dragon scout in the area. Well, the beast's corpse from the armor dates back to before any of us were even born. There was no mistake, it was forged in Ishgard. This must mean the dragon were once heretics and drank. The glare in the armor indicates that it's 100 years old. What would they drive the man to become that, to be to heretic? Maybe it does not for me to understand minor heretic. Nevertheless, we owe you a thing. Thanks, however, I would like to ask you to deliver two things to Sir Helen at the first. I want you to deliver the sealed crate 16. Secondly, I'll ask you to receive the opposition offer. I shall inform my scouts of each location complete. Then we shall. Oh, thanks for reminding me too. I need to give that to. Other scouts will remain behind the post. Continue to work until. Operation of training mission success. The method will prove invaluable. However, the news of Maine was attacked by troubling. I have been mulling over the information you and Estinian have brought. To think there was one time dragon mankind, yet now we must contend with dragons born from heritage. It must be too early to say the deuce. Alright, the best course of action would be to become more familiar with the history of trading myth. It's only through knowledge that we reports contain detailed information of the Mughals inhabitants. Perhaps they will prove. It seems you have devoted a bitter relationship with them. I apologize for asking if you could help strike out a relationship with them. Thanks. I will surely accompany you to ensure that the we shall depart. The surface, I wish you know the history of the land very well, Albash. However, I will ask for one thing. The Mughals wish to live in peace. We can't do that if the war rages. As long as the desire is still, it's nothing more than to meet these new friends now. I was promised to escort him at once. Please go along with them. Seems we have to arrange. That's a move. I never seen something so cute. I told it it's rather matters. I commander of Helltop on top of Knights. We are honored to receive your guidance. Furthermore, we appreciate your willingness to impart on us knowledge of the term. It is there you ought to require. In return, we will gladly pay your kindness. You come from a large city on the surface. You might have exactly the knowledge we need. We've long to learn how to repair stone structure, and if we did, we could repair Zenith with our better paws. Us Mughals have been sacred agreement with the great worm that bind us to protect the holy tower, but after thousands years, the time has worn its luster. Zenith is the beloved by Kaiser, a symbol of friendship between landlords and skylords. If we were to restore its former glory, might the bond between our two races. Knowledge of Silver is vast, very well. Although the road we took, I will do with all my power to convince the Holy See to send stonemasons and carpenters to our. However, there's one thing to ask you. It may be too soon to allow so many people from the surface into Horizon Umbrella. It could unnerve him. For now, we must ask you to teach us what you can do at a whole form, and then we can use our power positively. It may start with repairing a single brick, but if we keep at it, soon Zenith will spoil it. I know all too well that 1,000 years of animosity cannot be forgotten overnight. Let us work to diligence, and brick by brick we shall. Glad we've come to agreement. Now let us be off. Malcolm, there's no. The Battle of the Stern visual charred by the flame, just as I remember, though I wish I could remember it that day. In the wake of the calamity we were all defenseless, but Savara Sabbath saw fit to northward. I should hope you to never again see the battle of bloody. We laid down the life of our nation, and for a few of us who escaped with our lives, are true leader of the bitter end, and as I always will always treasure the years spent under him. I'm not worthy, though she may be reluctant to accept it. I realize that she has her own way to deal with the grief. I suspect that's why she did not attend the ceremony in all my years of serving household. This has been a sort of simple. The battle standards of the stand vigil, we are too kind. The Will is a good man, always ready to put his men in need before anyone. There were a family that were mourned his loss, and assisted at a post, hoping to avenge him someday. I refuse to dwell on the past. Given the gathering years and years, it's not he would want to. Nay, he would have lived my own life. His passion was a great loss to our house, but his in time, a great nation is hard to please. Yep, it's opened up a lot of. Man, when it's server might have a look of trouble and see it. Oh, it's this guy again. Is there any time I need your help? Surely it is now. Inhabiting the land of sort, trouble has gone too far. They have wasted the supplies of our beloved. They must learn that we are not travelers, so I ask you to put down the 3 beasts that should prove. Serious injuries though, it could have been worse now for you. We have, thank you. For sure. No difference. Seeds of a lesser moon continue to fall. I am the world who becomes. More or less. Sally, at least I feel that the researchers were trying to build nests. Those spars were looking. There's truly, after all, we truly seek elsewhere, just a thousand furry friends swinging upon trees. I'm sure. Surprised, but there is yet more work to be done. Habitants of Gunda have been wandering up close up. And if the Vannu would take refuge of strange indeed. It is once more a Gun tribe. They were peaceful people, but not. It is the Vandu attack, now the Gandu are under the heel of their rule. Let us not dwell. Remember, they will serve them. No, just a man I was hoping to see. Fortified, our means of producing is low, but flesh for witnesses should hold us back. If you can bring back 4 slabs of meat, you'd think there'll be something there, but no. Did you retrieve 5? I have to find a field east of here. I wouldn't. I'm gonna see if I can find these. What grace is nothing. I think this was not they were giving us time. We will have sheep and we may have breed stock suitable for that, but enough family wish. What the hell? You want more? No. But I cannot deny the benefits of it. Okay, you're done. I thought the other guy would be done. With the done, then I can only hope our men will be easy for the reason promise. But it's quite an easy large name with him. Call them, but oh yeah, I see the mission on the bottom, I kind of forgot. You very excellent, Charles. Don't be silly. A single egg can feed an entire camp. When I've hatched a race. Oh, that was an old thing I picked up at Dram. In my opinion, it's the most serene place, but I prefer to show my reverence in silence. Since you're here, don't you help me assault the cries of Cloud Abyss. The mothers of the sheep who always protected the The statue depicts the great one, true love, the assured one. Welcome to the holy water statue. People undeserve the holy place by killing the nearest statue. Try the hardest to simply kill them. However, the answer power to be competition. Well, I guess you have no choice. That's so weird, I don't have to fight them. I spoke too soon. There's such a sacred beast, and there's one way to live. Could you imagine how noisy it would be if I need you to remove the nest of No hostile presence. Mrs. Green, were you able to? Finally, a super problem has been taken care of. This, but maybe one day. What the hell? I'm not. Well, fine. However, place in habit. I loaded something, but you have one of them. Wow. Oh, at least this one thought to inform me. I believe we were trying to only help repair Zenith, but they sent to survey the area and it does very well. Then don't. No, it doesn't. So far, there's a nice summit that left us, and I fear the Kenan may be regretting this to help. No, I must offer an apology. Eventually. I'm not expecting it, but I walk anyone. Each one has returned for the night. They claim that Mughals are proving to be less receptive to teaching than we have. The others are only meant to make. I swear on my honor as a promise that it will not happen again. For the sake of things, I'm more than willing to put this misunderstanding behind us. At last, we have already sent you every stone measure we can spare, and I fear this is the little hope in conceiving any of them. Let us dispense with the title, shall we? I'm sure that you can surmise why I'm here. Every one of my thin-skinned mishaps was a pupil of mine. How would it reflect upon me if I left their mentions to bring up? Besides, this task comes to direct from the Holy See. A failure will result in a family becoming a laughingstock for generations to come. So you see, for a personal family, I must take upon my hammer. I'm well past my prime, but the hammer wields heavy in my hand, and my mind dulls with age. Alone, I fear I might fall victim to the clever deception of the Mughal, or my body might crumble under stress. Perhaps with the help of once who has respect to the Mughals, one who is well versed in their ways. Only with such a partner could find this old man possible. Did you see? The strappy young lad put his name forward. So truly, you brought solace to the town. I'm not sure I understand. Are you saying both you and... Indeed, my furry fellow friend, You shall be well taken care. Now our further business is to gather all who will follow refreshment. However, we must some work of them complete. I mean to show them. Before I would draw upon the knowledge of the Mughals, namely I wish who was a means about Kubernetes, why this particular craft itself. Our next course of action, I believe, is the hands of practice artisan, much like them. There's no need of humility, the friends among people. As for your craft of Kubernetes, not a real one, mine fake, which as I laid my eyes on the Kubernetes myself, I still firmly with caution. Well, 10 message. Have you given me the material? Oh, sorry. There's a fake nut. Hugo, I'm sorry about my stomach rumbling. Press. No doubt you're wondering. Don't worry, I tend to make. I'll make sure. Oh my god, that's any pity doesn't even have. No, but I may. While we're waiting, Master Logan was there. He was put in charge of on that fault, but he fell for the truth more than that. One time he spent 3 days playing hide and seek while the other. I doubt I can surpass so clever that ploy. I must. You will play tricks on other hand. Of course, I look forward to him. Well, building a wall, we are taught to a single ill-placed brick cause a whole structure collapse, I believe. Sure, they're praising cleverness. You are simply what strikes one's every dozen. I presume I am Ted, fresh as a film Egypt. I heard mention your sickness. You already here? I tell it has spread to the Moxa. One last 8,000 years ago, and our wings were heavier than stones. We can do nothing but. Such a fortunate timing. Well, I suppose we can postpone our work for now. May you and your good. What? Here now. Well, I've roasted off feast, which. First proper. Yes, perhaps I was mistaken. Yes, they weren't sick after all, napping. How embarrassing. Lucky for you, however. Hell, God, I was hoping to get a bit more than that. Perhaps he said Koopa nuts were. I could have pretended to believe him. While what is done then? I think much time. Truly know what moon was. Already. So they're basically trolls. It's not surprising. As I gather, the most skilled mugs mender, I believe. Indeed, they're a good pause art right now for a feast. Let's start with our relationship off. So that's what Koopa Nut looks like. Well, juicy. All this for a little effort as Master Ramuh, I declare. That's not how it truly is. It's a fake. How could something that looks so little be? My dear Moxa, it seems the tables have turned. Indeed, these nuts were brought by man, not born of nature. Even better real thing, yes. Besides the taste, of course. They're all fake? That's not a real one who's tucked away inside? Perhaps we should check once. They could have fooled even a chieftain in Mocha. No one has even been able to trick him. It's a small sampling of the capability, friends. I've built towers, raised walls, and rivaled the largest in the church. Yes, even Zenith. I mean, you can make Koopa Nuts even larger than these? Larger than Zenith? Perhaps I could, if I had my inclination. However, I offer you something better. Pledge your paws to me, and I shall teach you how to craft off you can imagine. Yes, I can make this offer only once. Say what's to you. Anything we can imagine. Of course, we swear on the pom-poms to be diligent pupils. Well, I'm ready to start repairing. Hey, we have a long road, my monk friend, but we should make work on the power plants. I believe we should do well with repairing this very plaza. What? Yeah, but my stomach almost fell down. You have fooled Master others, but who hasn't? I knew the Cobra nuts were fake from the moment I saw them. You have to try harder to trick Mugman to his most brilliant muggle. Perhaps you can use a real Cobra nut next time. To earn their respect, we all have to lose social time we reach. Next time, I believe the former Chancellor, I am Master among them. I never knew what until I saw those fake Cooper nuts. Even the fiction of such things, I have no doubt that we could. Still, I can't help but wonder what would have been accomplished that we have not listed in that. Oh well, I suppose there's no use wrecking problems over the past. Besides, you and Terrence are so much more kind and patient than the others. You do plan to stay. We'll give you that option. We will make this place better. Alright, I got the tribal. I need one more to unlock. It's not life we shall endeavor to face every challenge we met, or at least we attend to as soon as we. Okay. I'm eager to achieve high. The pain creating the time, however, the TONBERRYs are victims of. Buckle your grief. Spirit of the so there is but one problem. Subs have been making mission to the town. We have not to send over sleeping. Does that now contradict very so? Our volunteers are using their time to serve to the best we can, but we find ourselves sorted. Mia. Sports Ash Relias. So from army, not only the details citizen show, but other than volunteers currently being treated. But I dare say we should be able to, as a left to action. Reminds me of Master Paula and sends his regard. He is currently recovering injuries stemming from a particular sharp beating. He's generally said a dozen or dozen. So in fact, we have to communicate. You can enjoy the festival. Well, business center has zapped delivery. The carbon has been pilfering and swimming and rampaging out. The sales representative of what the Tuscan one now. Once held the annual, but there was an fourth, I believe. I understand how much the plan clearly cut, and we must. Hold. I believe that we can reverse it by assistance is crucial. However, you will say. What shall I just say about we need to guys have a surface for it. It may be rather affirmative, but terror or sharply as a power of a TONBERRY size. We remind us. This time we take the TONBERRY natural wisdom and captivate it. Snort. You would automatic. Of course, I can be as cruel as I can rely on it before I'm manipulated upon the Mr. Ark. Let us proceed with that. I shall commence henceforth to the guise and deployment of 2 flicks of a TONBERRY. No, we can thank you enough for recovering the Ark and truly from the bottom line thing. My single regret is no rapture by some combat majesty yet. Kind, will control all things. I saw what you did for us. Yeah. What did? I was hoping when I still snatched away the Archon eggs that my friend. See you, I was covered saving you. I could only wish we had sent these guys to so badly important. Still, we protected the eggs with TONBERRY theme, seals with embarrassment. Like large, 2 golden circles. Even cute. This is what a dream foretold. The TONBERRY guises, but TONBERRY. Of course, all the eggs are packed during the transit. Meanwhile, the soaps will be likely continuing to mature outside the city. Attempt to send a TONBERRY guard with a cavern, but the road is open. We shall continue our. Meantime, you should come across a whaler ship. I hope. See, the Archon has arrived. I dare say it's time to. Oh my god, really? Okay, now how to get the stuff? I like it. And instructed the gods commanded the white ram. I know we've spoken before when. What business he has in with meow? I apologize. With meow. The hell is wrong with you? I like her eyes. Let me see how. The woman is like a mother to me. I lost my parents when I was young, and when she raised me, her son was a gray hair and a white ram before me. But he was lost to duty. She says she is to visit with her grandson, but my dates she gives, she should misread the calendar. After all, she speaks of the future, but these dates are past. Never trust anything with wings, I say, and these dates must be true. They should be here already. I smell the filthy hand. We must send out a search party. Might have been ambushed yet. Benefits will raid the area. but they use chickening too hard to approach the path. I was such. Oh, if you should help. What you seek, find them and act well. Good Garuda, you are. Black Cat, the White Rams, my life you will spare, you squawk. You will get no mercy from me. I'll rip you off your beak and wear the hat. Remember, I'm not a soldier. I'll act. Wow, that's a trick. Before I was set upon, I was watching this group of Ixta for some time. They seem to be patrolling the air. Perhaps he knows something. Alright, listen up, you beaky bastard. Answer me truly, and I'll grant you a painless death. Have you seen a lady? Search for white-haired elder and girly voiced hatchling. Featherless ones are seen. I have attacked by a nasty beast. Their carbon was. Ran from the beastie, they did. All fright. Only beasties around here. No, Black Cat only the truth. I'm telling you, worth more than mine. These feather ones' lives are. Then maybe a deal we are making. My life you spare, your fearless friend. I catch and release them to you. We will catch them and hold them as hostage. No doubt. I say we kill the feather fool right now and teach those X. I knew that, I believe I can now. Well, no, with my head wings, I shall speak your smooth. I despise this to the feather brain, but the fool knows nothing, except how to delay his death with false promises. Still, I would have you follow. We shall return to the spire. See if for his life is no true exile, that one is, but my own talents punish it. But to what I know now, listen now. Fearless one, our hostage, your friends are the old one and the young. Set them and see them again, you would, then do. But your borders we search unarmed and unhindered. You will leave us, and when they're done, think then the truth we prove. Set free the wicked Obi-Wan. A lasting truth with you we seek not. Pains me it does to show mercy. The reason we have is a promise we will honor it. What you happen to I think the bottom of I have traveled with my young grandson in Meridia, as we may have had a tree spark. My grandson and I managed to escape, but we were separated. We fled to the forest and she shot up, but only in an essence of. They captured us and they bound our hands to line. I fear we were been offered a gun. Imagine my relief when I heard them speaking us. But then with the word of warning I was released. They marched here, removed my blindfold and bade me to wait. Thank you, Adventure, but my grandson is still in the brim. I pray for you to return to Maya and relate to her that I told you. If anyone is considering it, it is she. Please don't worry, I can. safety. Gods. Well, what about the grandson? We plan to hold a procedure to keep my claws from their cleaving neck. The skirt knows no bounds. They say they will release the child when they have found something. And we would use the boy as a security tracker. As without they shall gain nothing but their death. The birdies have picked up the wrong prey this time. The boy is the only child left with a son. Once the leader of the White Rims, we are honored to free him. The rude day they ever thought of. You can tell Ifrit that my heart will not rest until her grandson is returned, and the rails run red. Son, but that is the best I hope. I cannot thank you enough for your assistance in this matter. I know Mia since she was a mini baby. Believe me when I say I have forecast that she will devote every energy to rescue me. Anyone can rescue the 20 years have passed since the day we first met, back when my son was still the leader of the White Rim, before he was taken from us. The report came that the settlement was under he raised. By the time his men arrived, the Ix had already captured the village, and my son refused to abandon the country. I led a daring attempt to rescue the village. He finally succeeded in exploiting the invaders, but the deadly work has been done. The only child emerged. My son took an orphan, the little girl, under his wing. I taught her bowmanship, and she became an ally and master, and perhaps a father. Now she is twice orphaned, and the Ixos hold their master's only son as hostage. I can well understand her fury, but this angers of her. I fear it may cloud her judgment case to drive recklessness. I pray, young man, return to her and urge her not to be rash. I cannot lift myself where my good safety of her soldiers. The lady considerate no, but I feel that time for restraint has passed. I secretly meet to sit by and warm her, using one of her own as a shield. Their bands has just been sighted. What that means, I dissembled the birds return to their logging grounds with Lady Fria's grandson and Tal. So much for their honor and honesty. We must pounce on them before. A word from my heart. Yes, you have them in your sights. Then on my orders, unleash. What? They send a messenger. They say they found what they were looking for and will release the Hajj immediately. Understood. Over and out. Yeah. The Burma says that they have released the boy, but in Proud Creek of all places. Why, he's almost safe in their evil clutch. You must go there to find the child. So to think oh yes, I'm quite alright, but it didn't hurt me off only my pride. I was foolish someone. I'm sorry because I went trouble. Maya wouldn't have let herself recover. I'm just thankful that the Ixos were true to their word. I overheard some of them discussing. It seemed they were searching for a hashing of a young chieftain who disappeared from the net. They were really forced to launch an invasion to recover the child, knowing somehow a leader of all the kidnappers secured the truth. There's something I don't understand. When a leader of the Ixo called to cut my bonds, he was something to me. His promise your father kept, and still do the same I shall do. Then they were gone. The Ixos were on the search for a housing, so then they were not raiders but rescuers. We must report this. Let us wonder. Well, we'll have to turn. It means a hero tree. You would stop me? Have you forgotten, Yamada? I know, but please, man, I beg you consider. This is not an invasion, it's a rescue mission. They were searching for. And after all, they kept their promise. They released the boy, and surely it is the only right way. Other side of the game, I allowed them to leave. Those were their conditions. They only had the nerve to give them because they were holding the boy hostage. They invade our land, steal our treasure, and you show them mercy. The peace they will give. So you must help me. Go to Babincar and bring back. There's something about us all. What? Something I promised kept it in her. If anyone knows. Thank you. How can I? See, it appears the situation is more common than we thought. The exiles that took us were a rescue team. Now my plans to attack them in the retreat, and the hatchlings with them. Perhaps I can, for indeed I have some knowledge of the promise Ixal spoke of. How strange that their fates should be brought together like. I will talk to my. Would it be too much for me to further run ahead and respond and delay her? I will join your shoes. The path is steep and afraid I'm not. Join the forces and re-attack. The poor wee birds won't know what's at them. Eventually, don't tell me you object. Asked. Leave. What are you doing here? You thought you've been through so much. You need to rest. As do you, but there is a story you must hear. A story begun long ago, but not yet concluded. A tale from a young girl when my son led the white rams as you do now. A time where he found himself caught in the same snare as Ixal did this, as I reflected in my glass. There was a young girl trapped behind Ixal lines. The white rams put together a rescue team to save her, but they prepared to strike at their hardest enemy. The Ixals were surrounded, but their defenses were strong. All seemed lost. Until, by quite chance, a separate raid led to capture the several Ixal hatchlings, abandoned in their nests. Soon, both sides came to hold the younglings as hostage. The threat was answered with counter-threat, and both sides prepared for bloody resolution. Until my son reached out to Ixals, and he offered them a truce. They promised he would return their hatchlings if the Ixals would withdraw and spare the child. Tell me, my dear, what is it that said to you that your father kept his... It can only be the will of the element that brought such pass. The chieftain was one of the hatch my son released that day. It was my son's promise that lifted the siege of the village and saved the child, the young Makota girl with the ink black coat and shining eyes. After 20 years of the dreads of destiny that entwine a fateful day, have brought you together once more. Whether you were severed the ties now and tie them stronger, only the hearts were decided. To be bound to an Ixal or to cut myself free. Alright, soldier. Call the attack and send the word of Vanguard. They are to escort the Ixal off their land, but under no circumstances are the birdmen to be fired upon. Any foolish enough. That's not. So the dang, what's with the 12 were out being right? They didn't be. Compassionately, just there was one thing that. Yeah! Finally! Oh, finally! I had to run away from the tanks most of the time, but I did it. Oh, forest. Counted the most vivid image of Ramuh. What I reminded of.